Yo, 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 what's up, Showdays? Got some sweet books to show off here.
We be getting down with no delay. Mix master Mike, what you got to say?
Bug out two. Oh my god.
All the time.
I thought I wasn't going to have much, but I got a pretty nice fat stack here. So I got a couple graded books that came back to me from CBCS from way back in March at Emerald City Comic Con. Some filler, but a bunch of keys and stuff as well. So I'm going to start with one graded book here. In the background here, this is my Shaun Riaz art. Check out Shaun Riaz. If you haven't seen him before, he's got some great art. You can get it. He'll send it to you. He'll do customized stuff, that kind of thing. He's trying to become a professional comic book artist. So by buying some art from him and stuff, it sort of helps support that dream. I'm going to start with this one. So this was, I submitted two books. New Mutants 87 and New Mutants 98. So I'm going to show off this one first. CBCS, my experience was really great with them. I did make a mistake that for like an $8 charge, you can have your books rushed and then they come back within a few weeks. Where I was planning to do that, but I guess I didn't mention it to the guys. So I didn't end up getting the rush job, so it took like 4 months to get it. They do send you emails and everything telling you where your book is in the process, which is nice. If it's in the vault, if they're taking it out to check it, if it's being sent back and all that. And another really great thing that comes with the CBCS is when you get the book back, you have a little code here, which you can go on their website and you can see the actual notes from your the grading process of your book to see what the reasons were. So this book and my New Mutants, I both thought they were really, really high grade books. That's one of the big reasons I wanted to do it. When my books are that high grade, I feel guilty even opening them because I'm not careful enough. So I know I'm going to end up bumping them or smudging them. I got kids around. I got dirty tables everywhere. I kind of am too nervous to really look through them. So I thought, why not try out the grading? Get them looking nice, skook them in these cases, and it sort of keeps them protected. So this one came back 9.4. I was a little disappointed with that. I was hoping for 9.6, potentially 9.8. I think the reasoning was there's some like light non-color breaking creases on it. So there are a couple marks on the back, but I think they were from production, so I guess that didn't affect it because they didn't mention anything about those. But yeah, so I guess that there's a couple, and apparently there's like a 1-inch crease on the back, which I can't even really see that well. But it's 1 inch, but so light that it doesn't break any color or whatever. It's just, I guess, somehow underneath there. So maybe if I got it pressed, this could become a 9.8 or something. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but yeah, so 9.4, I'm definitely happy to have that. I originally bought this book for $15 from my local shop, so I think I did pretty well on that. I guess Cable, they're talking about he might be in Deadpool as a cameo or something in the movie. I don't know. But so if they develop that character, you know, that's when this book's going to go up in value for a while. So yeah, I hit up my flea market with my family. So the kids were there. It makes it a little bit harder to look through the boxes and stuff. But I did get a little bit of time and was able to look through. These were 50-cent bins. So I found the whole run of Daredevil Yellow of the Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale run. So these guys, Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale, they do a lot of miniseries together. They have a few with Marvel. They have Daredevil Yellow, Spider-Man Blue, Captain America White, I believe they're working on, and then Hulk Gray. And I've read the Spider-Man Blue is really, really good. This is really good as well. It sort of retells Daredevil's origin. So these are really good books to get, guys, or just grab and trade if you see them, because they're always really solid stories, great storytelling. They also have a whole bunch of Batman storylines, which are some of the best miniseries, I think. So that's book 6, book 5, book 4, book 3, book 2, and book 1. And these are all in really nice grades, so for 50 cents each, can't really go wrong. Alright, Invincible books. I'm trying to collect the whole run of Invincible. There's about, I think they're at issue 120 or something now, around there. So one of my favorite series, guys. Highly recommend you read it from the beginning. It's just classic superhero, great superhero storytelling. by Robert Kirkman. If you like Walking Dead and stuff, that storytelling style, he's just really good at exploring the character side of things, and it's a really awesome book. Invincible himself, and then all the other characters, really great. So always looking for these. It's hard to find back issues of this. It's often a fairly small stack. I don't think they're really sought after. They're not usually that high priced, but there's just not a lot of them around. So that's Invincible 41, Invincible 40, 22. That's a really early one, so that's nice. 59, 61, 68. Dinosaurus. That guy's awesome. He's kind of like the Hulk. This I already had. I actually had a free copy, but I really liked it. It's Marvel Team Up, because Robert Kirkman used to write Marvel Team Up for this run, so he was just starting on Invincible, so he did like a Team Up issue with Spider-Man and Invincible, and it's pretty funny. I like it, and it's got the original artists on there as well, Corey Walker. So just rare sort of thing. This one I could never find before. I actually got a free copy from Ving Crew 12,000 during a trade. Awesome to find. If anyone wants that, let me know. Yeah. First appearance of this guy here. I always forget his name. It's not Speedball, it's the other Speedster guy. He was in Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and really funny. He busts his legs, so he's running around with one rollerblade on the whole thing, and he always just runs away from whenever there's any danger. But this is a really, really nice high-grade copy. I already had this, but not in this grade. This store I just found like a random small store, and they had a lot of really high-priced books. But this one randomly was in there, really high-grade book, and $3. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Our Ultimate Marvel Team Up 4 and 5. So this number 5, the end of this, that's the first Black Nick Fury in comics. This, I already had this, and it's a good story. It's all red, does the art and everything on it. Just a sort of minor key. It was there, so I grabbed it. And then another copy of Amazing Fantasy 15. This is, I think this is the Old Navy print, so I guess they gave out prints or whatever at some point. I got on a dollar bin, nice high grade one. Always nice. I think it just has the original story. I didn't even read it. I actually have a different copy that I read. So, yeah, always nice whenever these reprints come out. If they're cheap, just grab them. Love that cover. My favorite cover in comics. So, all right, I just got these in the mail today. This was actually from a Canadian seller on eBay. If you guys use eBay, what you can do on there is do saved searches. So I have like a bunch of saved searches that just, if a new book, like a Green Lantern 87 or something comes up, it pops up in my thing. I can take a quick look at it. And when you go into like your home page on eBay, there's like it's like a feed. So you have all these images of random books popping up. You can kind of scroll down and see things that eBay thinks you might be interested or whatever. So on that, a couple times I've had it where like it'll pop up as soon as a new book is there, and if you kind of jump on there at the right time, you can get some really good deals. So this popped up as a buy it now. A lot of the Detective Comics Black Mirror run. So if you guys don't know, the Black Mirror was Scott Snyder's first work on Batman, I believe, and just he went teamed up with Jock, and it's just a really, really awesome story. It's Dick Grayson as Batman, with Damian Wayne as Robin. Great, just mystery storytelling. Jim Gordon's in there. It's awesome. It's really well done. The art is great in it. And these books are, I guess just because it's so popular, are really hard to find and pretty expensive. So I was really excited to get a bunch of these for a really good price. So I got, this is $8.71. That's the start of it. $8.73. This might be a variant. I don't know if this is the regular cover or not. And these are like, they had them graded pretty low, like VG and stuff. So like there are little dings and stuff on here and here. So I guess in terms of grading, the newer the book, the harsher sort of the scrutiny is. So it probably is some fairly low grade books, but still happy to have them. They look pretty good to me. This one, like, so I don't know if it's just from the printing or if it's supposed to look like that, but the white looks really gunky kind of around, like it happens sometimes. $8.72. Beautiful cover, the crowbar coming down on Batman. And this is the big one. This is the highest grade too, $8.80. So this just awesome Jock Joker cover with the bats around his eyes and everything. looks so gorgeous, and like this was worth what I paid for all the books anyways. So really, really stoked. It ended up being a Canadian seller, so I was able to get them ship it right to my house. Normally I have to go across the border to get my comics. Yeah, so stoked to have this. This is one of those books like I always look anytime I in a random con, whenever you look through to see what's in there. Check the Detective Comics for these numbers, but they're just never there. I never see them in the wild. I've seen a few people get them for like cover price and stuff before, but I've never been anywhere near that lucky. So super stoked on that. So this one I had in my last video. This is Batgirl 14. I got this from Johnny DaCosta as sort of a random act of kindness. This is Deadpool 13. Just awesome Deadpool cover. He goes back in time, and it's sort of retelling what he was doing when he teamed up with Heroes for Hire. Really funny stuff. Sort of sets up for the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly storyline, which I think is the best Deadpool storyline there's been. So important event happens in this that sort of sets up for that story. This book tends to go, like I got this for $3.50. It can go for 10 or 20 bucks fairly regularly on eBay. Green Lantern 25. Finally found this one. It's just a regular cover. This is from the Jeff Johns run. So this has a whole bunch of first appearances. The first Atrocitus, who's like the Red Lantern guy. It's the first Black Lantern Corps, like the setup for the Black Lanterns. So this sort of builds in a lot for the Blackest Night storyline and everything, which I still have to read. I gotta get like a big omnibus for that or something, because I haven't read that whole run before. So yeah, just a lot of really minor, like this is when it was starting to bring out different colors of lanterns and things like that, and they were building into that idea. This was sort of major there, and this is a really cheap book. Like I said, I got this for $1. Milk and Cheese, number 7, I want to say. I've heard good things about Milk and Cheese, never read any, so I got this for, I think, $1 or 50 cents at the flea market there. And then I got this, Ultimates. It's the trade paperback, volume 1, for just $2, so really nice deal at the flea market. Guys, I highly recommend this series. I haven't heard many people talk about it lately. Really good Mark Millar retelling of the Avengers and their origin for the Ultimate Universe. Really humanizes them a lot more. They're not all perfect heroes. They're very sort of realistic type people, and they have flaws as well as pretty incredible attributes. So I highly recommend the Ultimates. It's not perfect, but it's really well done. Oh, I got one more hiding one here. And I found Rocket Girl number 6, which I love the Rocket Girl series 1 to 5. Nobody else talked about it. I really loved it. Amy Reeder, I think, did the art on there, and it's really beautiful stuff. And they just started the second arc, and my store is really bad at like filling my my indie book list, because I'm like the only guy who orders a lot of these indie books at my store, so he just forgets or whatever. Like, oh, it's so frustrating because I'll have a run of like 1, 2, 5, 6, 8 or something, and then it's really hard to like sell something after if I don't like it, if I don't have the whole run. But yeah, so he did not order me this, so I got this for $1 in a dollar bin, so that was nice, and I can get the rest after. All right, so drum roll here. So this is New Mutants 98, which I bought. This is the first major comic I ever bought where I spent sort of a significant amount of money on. I bought it off eBay. I think it was around $80 at the time. That would have been 3 years ago when I sort of really started more seriously collecting comics. And so I got a 9.4 on it. I bought it raw. It looked really nice to me. I was a little disappointed 9.4. I was hoping for 9.6 or 9.8 even, because I could see nothing wrong with it. But 9.4 I'm very happy with, to have that grade of this book. So there's a tiny little ding on that corner, but they didn't really even mention that in the thing, so I don't know what's going on there. I hope they didn't ding it. But what I should have done was take like a high def video of the whole book before I sent it in. But yeah, so same thing. You can, sorry, up here there's like a little, I guess they have like interesting tidbits notes. So at the back it says, story title, The Beginning of the End. And it says, Bart Simpson poster on wall in story. Yeah, so that is going to be it, guys. So those books I am happy to have graded now, put up on the wall. I had a really good experience with CBCS. I guess I would recommend them. I've never used another grading company, so I can't really compare. But when I was at the con, I talked with CBC and I talked with CBCS, and I think the price and getting those notes were sort of what sold me, that I could actually, without paying extra, go online and see like what it was they devalued the book or took points off on the book for. So this one, again, it was similar. I think there's a couple like spine ticks on here that don't break color, but I guess enough that it takes it from that 9.8, 9.6 status. I can't remember specifically what else. Maybe I'll look over quickly and throw some notes in the bottom on this or something. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Keep collecting out there, and we'll catch you later. Go support Shaun, Riaz. Peace.